Hello and welcome back to Trails Through Daybreak. So in the last episode, we basically did NPC updates for Riverside, Old Town, and Station Street. We're moving on to Tyrell, Seiden, and Blacklight in this episode. And Abby's been standing here for maybe 10-15 minutes, just waiting for me to talk to her, so. Also this guy, for some reason. I'm glad they lifted the state of emergency. I can't believe the president of the Quincy Company was behind everything, though. Although I always wanted to try his company's sweets at least once, but now the thought of them just makes me gag. Ugh. Also, isn't Elena Claire related to them somehow? I think I remember reading something about it before, but I forget what. Oh, don't you blame her. All right, you guys are allowed to move now. Took her a while. Oh, left is Karen. I don't know what you and your agency have been up to, but it looks like the worst is behind both of us, knock on wood. For our part, the police was tasked with tracking down associates of Almada, although that part's wrapped up for the time being. You know, Karen was starting to worry about you when she didn't see you around here. Hey, I wouldn't say I was worried about them, just concerned about any complications it could have led to, that's all. I'll put it like this. We certainly had our own work to do in that whole situation too, which we've now sorted out. And that said, I can't say I envy you guys having to jump straight to hunting down the remnants of those goons right after dealing with the declaration. We might have been part of the crackdown, but we didn't do all that much ourselves. We mostly shooed off onlookers and asked locals for their cooperation when we went and searched through citizens' homes. Yeah, it was the CID who handled the lion's share of things, as usual. If anything, now that things have settled down, the Revolution Festival might turn out to be more hectic for us when it's all said and done. True. During the alert, the locals here were all good about maintaining order and following the rules. I'm sure we'll count on them to help us out during the festival too, which means our main focus ought to be on the tourists coming to town. Now that the Mafia crackdown's mostly behind us, our attention's finally starting to turn towards the Revolution Festival. This country's been through a lot this year, and we've got to do everything we can to ensure the people of the city can enjoy themselves safely. I'm just gonna say festival now. Revolution's too many syllables to keep saying in every sentence. For me, it's only 3, but it feels like a lot of work. It sounds so lively today. We gotta get in there and live it up too. We can't be missing out on all the fun. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm around this kind of atmosphere, it gets me so pumped. I'm glad to see you're back to your usual self, son. I mean, when you get down to it, letting my race and stuff hold me back, it just isn't my style, you know. Besides, I've got you and Peter, and Chen's back on his feet, doing what he does best. I feel like I'd be an awful friend to you guys and him if I let myself stay down in the dumps forever like that. There's the San we know and love. Things aren't the same without you being all happy and full of life. Yeah, I'm glad none of that has left any scars on you or anything. But enough serious talk. Who wants to go bowling, huh? Nothing more refreshing than... Nothing more refreshing than knocking down some pins at a time like this, am I right? I'm in, let's go. Sure, I could probably use the exercise, honestly. Huh? I knew San would be game, but you're actually agreeing with one of my ideas just like that? I don't even know what's happening anymore. This better not be an omen of something weird's gonna happen. It is a bit weird. Well, San's doing better. Maybe it's all about time I sucked it up and tried talking to my dad.
Alrighty.
Random. The others are right. Whatever anyone else has to say, there's no point in me doing or thinking any different about if I'm not being true to myself. I feel so silly letting myself get so worked up after my brother mentioned what happened in Cray was possibly racially driven. I'm relieved to see San's feeling better. But I suppose it is true that things aren't always going to stay the same between us three. That's just not how life works. I need to start making more of an effort to understand where she's coming from. As her friend, it's the least I could do. Okay, they're coming around. I feel like we've gotten to know them quite a bit at this point. Alright, we're going counterclockwise by the looks of it. Now that the state of emergency's been lifted, stock prices are rebounding. I think we have our president to thank for that. He's been doing some wheeling and dealing with businesses, and he announced the culprit behind the attack on Cray. I don't know what'll happen to this country once the reparation money stops coming in, but I have a feeling he's got a plan for it. Books on Gina Dirk and the Revolution have been selling like gangbusters the last couple of days. I'm taking it as a sign that people are staying positive and trying to look forward to the festival after everything that's happened. As tragic as the incident in Cray was, we can't stay down in the dumps forever. We have to keep moving forward, little by little. Uh-oh, my voice. It's starting to go. So, I've decided it's high time that the store goes all in on this Orbital Net thing. Maybe I'll open up a website for us. I could even set up a newsletter so people can keep tabs on the latest happenings. It's a good idea. In fact, I went ahead and bought the newest Orbital computer model, and now I just need to master it ASAP so I can make the most of it. Prepare to spend your entire life mastering it. I need more proverbs. I hope I can go back and get the other ones, because I need to make...
I hope to see you again.
3 or more proverbs of samsara to be happy. Wendell? They say the Mafia's behind all sorts of incidents everywhere, not just what happened in Cray Village or Arassian. Apparently they had a number of businesses working under their umbrella right here in Edith too, and they weren't necessarily on the level either. Yeah, and once they got exposed, you started to see empty buildings suspiciously crop up left and right. I'd hate to be those real estate agents. But what I'm more interested in is the certain sweets maker over in Arassian. If it was just a case of the president having ties to those nationalists, it wouldn't be so shocking. The guy sure loves to act like a noble. Yeah, but working with Armada like that, they're not the only big company caught up with them. So was Etoise. But I'm sure it sure must not be easy being Elena Claire right now. You can say that again. The whole thing just leaves a real bad taste in my mouth. Man, all this heavy stuff's getting me down. Wendell, you should go out and find something chill for us to talk about. I need me a change of pace. I'm not at your beck and call, Sloth. I happen to hear that Elena Claire once tried to quit being a bracer. I guess I can see where she's coming from. It's probably a big responsibility. There's so many fans, though. They'd be let down if she ever did. Bet it's not all bad, though. Like, the tabloids like BuzzRadar haven't had anything bad to report about her. That's gotta count for something. That's actually kind of surprising. I'd heard rumors before about just how pompous a lot of rich people in Arassian are. A lot of the rich are in Arassian are. They might have businesses making sweets or cars or whatever, but to them they're nothing more than a way to get themselves and their family wealthy. Even with land and assets behind them, they couldn't care less about the businesses. That's how their weaknesses get preyed on, I bet. True? This madness again? Give me a break. Well, I was out sick for a while. I suppose I can do whatever she wants for the time being. Welcome. May I take your order? Is there something on the menu that catches your eye?
I hope to see you again.
She gave you a new list?
This tastes great.
We may have dealt a decisive blow to Armada, but they haven't been fully eradicated. However, it should only be a matter of time before the remnants are rounded up. Once that happens, the balance in power in the underworld is sure to shift. I can't wait to see who ends up on top. I don't know. Melchior could quite literally come out of nowhere and destroy everything. He's got the potential. He's got the Kefka aura to him as well. I decided to play a little prank on Cowhan. He took a whole week off work. When he came back, I piled a bunch of my neglected chores on him. He seems to be doing better, but I'm taking over table waiting duty. That way he doesn't have to walk around a bunch. Aren't I nice? I don't know. Are you? Would you consider that nice? Wait, why are you grayed out? Oh, it's Abby. That's why.
How about
It's good to see the city full of life again, and not a minute too soon with the festival coming up. I've got to hunker down and get ready. The festival this year is going to be so big. I hear celebrities and movie industry bigwigs are going to be in this area. When they come through here, you bet I'm going to try and sell them not just my popcorn, but how much I love the movies they all make.
Hey there. See ya.
Gotti's already here. Director Lom's actually probably here as well, considering he's got his name in this request. This has been a rather eventful year, to be certain, especially with last week's tragedy. Yet somehow the festival will carry on, it seems. Now then, what should I watch today? This year has seen its fair share of worthwhile films, so picking one won't be easy. That Gloria film is all the rage again now that the festival is almost here. Frankly, I still can't help but feel that it's wrong to have an Easterner playing Sheena Dirk. Although people my age have had good things to say about her performance. Maybe I'll go see the movie so I can pick it apart. He's gonna come around. I know old people are stuck in their ways, but you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to, or you're not gonna enjoy. When did she have time to make a new movie? What? Rainfall? Is that gonna be on the list? Only a week has passed since that horrible event, and we've already amassed an astonishing amount of donations. As soon as we announced that we'd be donating a portion of our revenue, a good number of people came to visit. Witnessing this level of generosity makes me feel truly grateful that I get to be part of this industry, humble as it is. On another note, Rainfall is premiering on schedule. I highly recommend watching it. It's a heart-wrenching romantic drama with elaborate set designs and nuanced character portrayals. Trust me when I say it's nothing short of a masterpiece. I cannot sing its praises enough. Seriously, when did she have time to do that? It's a relief that Edith's back to its peaceful self. People can now enjoy our movies without fear and anxiety weighing on their minds. In fact, we were able to premiere Rainfall this week like we originally planned. I'm so glad we were able to make that work. I hear there's been a debate within the film industry as to whether studios should hold off on announcing new releases. But with that whole thing behind us, I hope more films will be hitting theaters before long. What? What? Oh, they've been debating whether to wait to announce it because of the Cray disaster. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh shit, I don't remember what Midnight Memories is. We've definitely seen this, so we're only going to be watching 2 memories? What is Midnight Memories? That's not the horror one, right?
Please proceed to the end.
You got a poster? Probably not. They're just going to show Nina and Judith. Huh.
We have merchandise for
I think we've seen it. I just, 200 hours into this game, I forget. I missed out on Gloria when it came out, but now I've finally seen it. Nina Fenley was so awesome. It was an awesome Sheena Dirk. She's the best. I learned a whole bunch from that movie. There were things about the revolution that they didn't teach us in Sunday school. It's my favorite movie I've seen all year. I loved it. Good?
If you have a ticket, please proceed.
All right.
How about...
I'm glad things have settled down now. I still can't believe it was the Quincy Company president behind it all. That company has so much history behind it. I knew he personally had ties to nationalists and stuff, but to be in bed with the mafia. But don't let that ruin their sweets for you. It's important to remember that Quincy's management... Uh-oh. My voice is starting to duplicate. You know when you get you get a really dry throat, and then when you say something, you can kind of hear 2 different tones? It's weird. I hear it in my head. Management and manufacturing are somewhat separated. The president might suck, but their sweets did nothing wrong. None of this changes the fact that they're amazing and made by true artisans.
Hello. Thanks for shopping.
Even so, I can't help but feel regret over what's happened. I ate their sweets on occasion and learned plenty of stuff for my own work. I really hope the Quincy Company is able to turn things around and get away from the president and his family. Their sweets are as popular as ever. Nobody should blame the sweets for what happened, or the people involved with actually making them. They were just doing their jobs.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I agree there. All right, I'm gonna grab a drink before we actually go in here. There we go. It's almost time to play that game where is it dehydration or sickness? Which one's coming? I don't think I'm sick. I'm pretty sure I would know if I was getting sick. Mariel's write-up blew me away. She really put my stuff to shame. As someone who mentored her, I feel proud seeing her come so far, but she also makes me feel like I could have done better. Or wait, could be doing better. I need to get my act together and step up my game. If I'm not going to be able to see my sister, then the least I can do is put on some killer articles for the festival. Okay. Mariel's on a roll. She broke the stories about the end of that mafia gang and the arrest of that big-time president. She's becoming one heck of a reporter. It's kind of unbelievable. I mean, I know she couldn't have done it all on her own or anything, but it's still pretty astonishing. In any case, I think Dingo can rest in peace knowing Mariel's doing okay. I'm still in denial that he's dead, but I don't know why. Oh, it's you guys. Great job, everyone. You all really saved the day back in Arassian. Thanks, you were a big help too. Without you, I doubt we would have been able to get all those kids on the airship. I noticed you've been keeping busy lately. Yeah, you could say that. I had a lot of investigating to do once those revelations about Arassian came to light. It was all worth it in the end. I feel like I'm finally making a difference. Good for you. Now Dingo's got one less thing to worry about up there. I sure hope so. If I'm that much closer to becoming the sort of reporter he was, I'll take it. I hope this article has brought me one step closer to his level. Even the editor-in-chief complimented me about it. I just wish I could have said something to him before he was gone. What am I even saying? Dingo's never going to be able to rest in peace if I let myself get hung up on what-ifs. Oh no. Alright, you gotta get in there in the correct distance. Alright. I hate that I use earbuds, but they're so much better than shoving something on my head and then my head hurts halfway through the recording. But earbuds have this weird issue. I don't know if it's just a me thing, but you know when you don't put them far enough in, it kind of sounds muffled or weird, and then you put them too far in, and all you can hear in your head is your voice, and you can't hear the music or the game or anything. They got to be like the right distance. It's really random. Nothing like a good book on crimes to sink my teeth into. I almost can't believe the Quincy Company and Etoise had ties to the Mafia. I mean, they're enormous companies. How could organizations as big as them have such ties to the underworld, right? That's crazy. Wait. Oh, they are talking about it. But that's one of the fun things about reading crime stories. The best ones always have a little dissonance that betray your expectations. Oh, in case you're wondering, the book I'm reading now is a summary of all the white papers on crimes that the police put out every year. I'm breezing straight through it, but it's still a pretty fun read. Okay.
Hey there!
How you guys doing? I think Mommy's feeling better now, and so is everyone else in the city. The lady and the priest at my Sunday school, they're so happy about the Revolution Festival. That's about to happen. We have festivals in Elsheim too. I love them. I wonder what festivals are like in this country. We really have to give thanks to Arisha for keeping our son and me safe, as well as bringing peace back to the city. I was so scared and full of worry for a while there. The only thing that helped me keep everything together was this wonderful cafe. When you're somewhere unfamiliar, having even just one place where you can calm down and relax when you need it makes all the difference.
Alrighty.
And there's a cat. Looks like he's back to his normal self? Maybe? It does look like he's mellowed out. But I can tell part of him's still keeping his guard up. Weren't you looking at the sky? All the cats were looking at the sky recently? Nothing makes me happier than to see peace return to the city so that everyone can enjoy the festival in peace. We must not take this tranquility with which we're blessed for granted. After all, we can never get back the lives that were lost in this tragedy. Certainly, it's renewed my commitment to offering the people of this city a place where they can truly feel safe and comfortable and content. Why'd you trail off like that?
We await your next visit.
Is he not okay? What's going on with him? The city might be calm again, but it won't be for long, in a good way. That's because the festival's right around the corner. Charles told me that the cafe gets hectic every year. I say bring it on. I'll show our customers what I'm made of as a part-time pro. I survived my fair share of busy periods at other places before. Nothing scares me. This cafe will be just fine on my watch come festival time. All right. Oh, I missed Mr. Model Recruiter. I'm relieved everything got resolved before the festival. I mean, the EGC at the end... It means the EGC at the end of the year can go on as planned. Which means I've got a job to do, and that's to find some outstanding models. Specifically, some fresh blood capable of spearheading the trends next year that'll be on display at the EGC. Something tells me that now might be a good time to retrace my steps and search for some hidden gems and places I have overlooked. Okay. Like that statue across the way. Lots of girls like to hang out there, but I wrote it off since nobody I saw made a strong enough impression on me. But looking at it again with a sharper focus, I do see an Eastern young woman who certainly looks to have the potential, just being in her element. You stay away from her. I'm embarrassed I didn't notice her sooner. Just goes to show that I still have a lot more to learn about the job, even after all these years. Actually, I mean, if his job's legit, then why stay away from her? You could be offering her something good. Maybe she wants to be a model.
Off we go.
Seiden district. After I grab a drink, of course. How big is this? Oh, I don't even know. There are five people in there? I have no idea who's going to be in there, but we're definitely avoiding that. Okay. This is random. Oslo, what are you doing under the tracks? Once the state of emergency lifts and the festival begins, the marketplace should get a nice shot in the arm. I imagine plenty of industries will try to time their expansion with it, and that brings a need for eagle-eye consultants like us. And speaking of, the festival is an excellent opportunity to conduct some market research. It's nice that this uptick in my work will keep me busy, but man, I really need to find a better way of letting off my off steam. No more adult websites for me. I need to go cold turkey. There must be something else that might help me unwind. I'm gonna be honest, it's not really the websites that matter. It's the fact that you used your work device to do it. Right? I mean, I don't know. Wait, there's another person there? Oh no, they're on the ridge. Okay. I heard we're about done rounding up the Almada stragglers around the capital. Serves them right. Justice always prevails. It's just a shame we couldn't do anything about it earlier. All those we lost. But it really warms my heart to see the citizens banding together and keeping things under control throughout the state of emergency. Just goes to show that when the police, the bracers, and the public put their minds together, there's nothing they can't do. We're not out of the woods yet, though. We've got the festival coming up, and that's always a doozy for us cops. After everything we've been through, we all need a little break like this. I want everyone to enjoy it to the fullest.
That policeman looks so cool!
He looks so cool! I always knew Senior Officer Calderto was keeping records on stuff beyond even his usual investigative work, but I never thought his side notes would end up exposing Almada collaborators. I guess it goes to show how important it is to talk with everyday people. Really? Even as a receptionist, I hope someday I get the chance to go above and beyond the call of duty like that. I need to do more than just connect to with the public. I need to put their information to good use. You did what now? We're making quick work of the Almada stragglers. As for me, I'm collecting intel from reports about shady businesses in town. Some of those leads are actually paying off. Helped us pin down some of the Almada funding sources in Edith, plus some of their shell companies. All the more reason why doing work on the ground is so important. Everyday people have plenty to share. Wow.
Alrighty.
Inspector says that you guys helped out some too. Some. That said, you can't expect us to just keep our mouths shut when we see you skirting the law. But, well, results are results. I guess I can cut you some slack. But you best stay on the right side of the law, Spriggan. You don't want the police coming after you, too. Yes, sir. I guess I'm ending with the lady on the bridge who starts with an M and I forgot her actual name. It's just been a busy day after busy day, what with the EGC prep and all. But today I get to slip out from work early. Tonight Jess has a big concert to celebrate his new record. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I'm so excited. I gotta make sure I'm all ready. Are you gonna confess? Because that's kind of scary. The tragedy is come and gone, but the lives we lost, they're never coming back. We can't forget them, not ever. We have to keep them in our hearts. I've been to that village, and I'll never forget the harmony it had. I want to work that harmony into my clothing designs. It's the least I can do in their memory.
We have full confidence in our products.
Nope. Evasion down. Nope. And nope. Okay.
We await your next visit.
Products are great, just not for me.
Well...
There is no side quest there. I'm glad everyone's back to normal. Gotta keep up the team spirit. I need to pitch in too. They've helped me more times than I can count, so I gotta return the favor. Right, I better help out too. Whatever it takes to get everyone back on their feet. You kind of just went in circles with the same line 4 times, but... That really the best you got? Barely broke a sweat. You'll have to train harder if you want to beat me. And there he goes back to his high horse, prick. Whatever. He's probably just so freaked out that last time he threw off his game. But last time, I was not freaked out and I was not off my game. Got it? Maybe instead of running your mouths, you could run it back. Or do you know you'll lose again? I heard the festival's going forward as scheduled. Nice and all, but man, some of these guys just will not shut up about it. Do they really have to drag me into it with them? Well, I guess it's all in good fun. The least I can do is lend him an ear. This man has a lot to learn about life and communication. Sure, our team has some oddballs and some straight laces, but we mesh together pretty well regardless. End of the day, we're all neighbors and a good neighbor has your back. When that emergency declaration went down, everybody kept in touch and worked to keep their streets clear. I guess that's the benefit of throwing together a bunch of misfits like us. Boys are all looking forward to the festival. Glad they were able to pull it off without a hitch. Really, it's the only thing we've got in common is that we all have too much energy. So it's nice to cut loose and let it all out like this.
So...
Eat something?
All right, sir, how are you feeling now? We have to stop Cray Village from happening again. We're never getting all those people back. We can't let that tragedy repeat. I might already have a new buckwheat supplier, but it's just not the same. I won't forget them. Never. For now, I just gotta do what I can.
Hey, welcome.
Ooh, new recipe.
Thanks, pal.
Hey, okay. Bearguard has 2 things to make now. Alright, there's no one over there. You know, that Lugan guy isn't so bad after all. He's got a lot more heart than I gave him credit for. I feel kind of bad for just taking those Buzz Raiders rumors at face value. I judged him unfairly. He can always patch up his reputation out on the track. He's still got the Comet after all. As a Z1 fan and a gearhead, I can't wait to see him get back behind the wheel. Holy. Okay. Heaway, CID, Marduk, Racer. It's a big conversation going on over there. Looks like the situation is all under control. The hotel itself isn't in any trouble, thankfully. Berzelia seems to have calmed down, so she should be able to enjoy the festival herself now. I do hope she's looking forward to it. She could use the wind in her sails. I've been a few times myself, albeit usually on the job. One of these years, I'd like to go just for pleasure instead of business. Right. Ma'am? There was that whole thing with the Quincy Company in Arassian, so a lot of suits and bigwigs are under investigation right now. I heard even Hotel Leclerc got dragged into it, since that was where a lot of them were staying. We've dealt with a few Arassian VIPs here ourselves, come to think of it. And you know, I do think they had some shady business going on between you and me. Maybe all that scrutiny is warranted. Alright, this may be one that accidentally goes off, we'll see. My head just can't keep up with Polanski and their type. He was there to cool my head when I lost it back there. Where would I be without his advice? I can't deny it's kinda bearing down on me, like I can't manage on my own. I need to learn from him, learn to look at the bigger picture before I go making big decisions. Ew, I in the political world can finally breathe easy. Our party does still house some undesirables, white supremacists namely. They're a nasty bunch. One of the party's main priorities is to keeping those old boys in check. As luck would have it, curtailing them helps keep Almada at bay too. Can hardly fathom the lives lost. We're doing what we can, but it all feels so small. We haven't even been able to reclaim the bodies. Horrible, all of it. Just horrible. Have you witnessed or seen any of the bodies? As the representatives of this great nation, our party must right these wrongs and bring these terrorists to justice.
That's true.
Oh, he's with the reporters. Maxim, could you tell us about your plans for next year? What we all need is time. And these new cars, these new regs, they're gonna take some getting used to. I want to spend as much time testing as possible, so I know I'm bringing out my car's full performance. And then, not gonna lie, I'm still kind of bitter about the Red GP. I want to smash the competition next year to make up for last time. Thank you. Do you have any insight on Etoile's racing internal issues? Or any comment on your own scandal as of late? Could you tell us of your side of the story? Oh, yeah, that. No, that was just a misunderstanding. I think I put out a statement the other day on that. She and I were just friends. I know a lot of people believe those rumors, and I want to apologize to everyone who got misled. The only lady for me is my car, now and forever. Well, that was hokey as hell. Good thing he's at least trying to clear it up, though. I just hope people don't read too deep into how hard he stammered there. He didn't read his lines at all that well. He's holding himself accountable, at least. Best he can do right now. Let's just keep an eye out for him. At any rate, I apologize for my behavior, again. I just want to put all that behind me. The festival's always a good time, and then next year, I want to leave it all out on the track. Always a good time, you say. And then what do you get up to when the festival comes around? What's with the tone there? It's nothing bad. Chin up, champ. Chin up. Alright, Berzelia? Father said he won't be able to make it for the festival this year, again. I know it's not his fault, but still. He hasn't completely forgotten me, at least. That's a good note to end the year on. I should just suck it up, and tell him how I really feel. You really should. On the surface, the situation has calmed down, but the city is awash with festival cheer. But the order of events in Arassian remains a mystery, and the government and economy are rife with turmoil. The president has his hands full trying to navigate it all. He's told us that he won't be home for the festival as a result. The young miss feels as though she only ever sees him through a screen these days.
Alrighty.
We've had quite a number of emergency meetings at the hotel recently. Though the boardroom is not my place, I would be honored to assist the president with whatever official matters he might need.
Do you need something?
No.
Please come again.
That is everyone in here. All right, have you painted? It's still white. Oh yeah, Marakita. Tryon Tower, your time has come. You will be mine this day. I had to spend a time inside, of course, but I hardly gave in. What did you think I would? You wound me. This time, I will unveil the je ne sais quoi, that mystic aura of yours, and display it for all to see. Well, she's got her motivation back at least.
Heading to the objective.
Ooh, 2 events. Uh-oh, who's fighting in the arena?
I don't think I've seen you before.
By the looks of it, I'm just going to avoid the arena entirely, if I can help it. Yo there. I got a new flavor in stock if you want to check it out. Twice the cost, but twice the concentration for twice the high. And it's no more addictive than the weaker stuff. Want to give it a shot? This is a new song, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Can't say I do. Sorry, I'll pass. Ah, that's a shame. I worked hard on it for the festival. You know, I made sure it's worth the price. But no worries. If you don't want it, you don't want it. Oh, and I've still got my usual stock in case you're craving something else. It's kind of weird. It's still dark and gloomy here, but it feels like everybody's really excited. I guess even the Blacklight district gets swept up by the festival cheer. I wish you'd try my new stuff. I poured a ton of work into it in time for the festival. I just know it's worth your while. But hey, you do you. I've still got my usual stock, so whatever you're in the market for, I've gotcha.
What will it be?
Sorry, I'm distracted by the song.
I'll be seeing you.
I still can't go back up to the surface anymore. I've got debt collectors on my tail, so I'm just stuck down here now. I'm just trying to make ends meet, landing whatever clients I can. It's not the worst I could be doing, but... Is this really how the rest of my life goes? I'm not exactly getting any younger here. Not that there's any use worrying now. It's not like I can just snap my finger and change the way I live this late in the game. I hear ya. I've got to sell off that lovely vase today. Business is just booming these days. I'm on cloud 9. Oh, I got to. Now, you don't look very sunny. What's got you down? We drove out those Zolmata goons for good, yeah? What better reason to go out and party?
Oh, I've got some fine wares for sale.
Oh. It's for Katra. Yeah, no, I don't care about making those.
Let's come again soon.
Wait.
I've got some fine wares for sale.
I don't care about the drop rate item, the platinum coin. What I really need, though, I need 3 of these, and potentially 3 of these, and 2 of these. But it's just not possible. I can't go back to the Tharbad and get desert turbines or anything, so I think I may be screwed there. Mercy, I'm relieved this Almada mess is yesterday's news. I read all about it. They said you took down rotten old Dante's. And thanks to you, Blacklight's nice and peaceful again. Now I can get back to selling my shooty stabbies for the festival and other things. Other things? If you're trying to joke, it's not very funny. Oh dear, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend. I may be jocular, but I'm no joker. Jocular? What is jocular? Okay, it's actually pronounced jocular, but it means to be humorous. So why wouldn't you just call it Jocular? It's fine. It's Dracula. Wait, did I didn't even read that. You see, Jaeger types tend to wash up here around festival time when they don't have any other work to do. That's good news for me. Huh, I never thought about that before. I guess that makes sense. Wow, that sounds amazing. I kind of want to see it for myself now. I want to think twice before you go rolling around with them. This place gets real rowdy once the festival rolls around. I can just tell this year's festival is going to be a real boon. I'll have to stock up in advance so that I have everything for everyone. Landmines, RPGs, chainsaw, submachine guns, oh, and jamming devices too. Those have been real hot commodities lately. It's hard getting my orders through to the manufacturers, but I simply must strike while the iron's hot.
Welcome.
Jesus.
Thank you for coming.
And we already bought all this. You have the same... Oh, yeah, but you have assassin's garb. Oh, this is it. This is the good... I can't afford all this. I'm giving one to Van. That's a lot of speed loss for one movement. Okay, I may come back for some more of these, but...
We await your next visit.
Oh, speaking of that, Fairy, I forgot. I dropped your accuracy.
I'll work my magic.
Do I have a hit? I have a hit 3. One sec. Okay, I'll get rid of defense 3. My only logic is I have way more evasion than art evasion. So you don't need defense if you can evade. So, sure.
Skill set changed.
That's a big defense loss, though.
Shifting to maintenance mode.
It's fine. Just want to make sure she can actually hit stuff. Nothing back here. The hell? Oh. We're at the bar back here. Oh, Jacobin. What a farce. Having my funding cut off was bad enough. Now people are accusing me of working for Almada. Can you believe that? I wonder why. I couldn't care less what happens to those goons. Last thing I need is the authorities going after me. Heh, what's got your panties in a bunch, old man? Har, har, har. Hey, barkeep, get this stuffy fart some drinks. Man's still too sober, and that won't do. You stay out of this, you backward cretins. You people epitomize everything I detest. You and this wretched district are the scum of the earth. And I'll put this whole blood-sucking weed from the ground up. Pull it, if I have to. That is my duty to this fine country. I remember this racist prick. Still up his own ass, from the sounds of it. Think I'll just leave him be for now? He won't be causing any trouble looking as scrawny as that. Everybody here will just laugh at him. Despite calling themselves the Patriot League, those spineless fools are all too quick to silence us actual patriots. We're a dying breed, I tell you. The more they reject us, the more they kill the idea of patriotism itself. Surely, there must be someone who sympathizes with us, someone who truly cares, but where? Where are they hiding?
Let's talk if you've got a minute.
They're all in jail. I wonder why. Hey, what's a revolution festival? Mommy and the others keep talking about it. Is it like a celery? A celebration? One of those? I went to one with Mommy at the Coliseum. Is this one like that? Mommy asked if I want to go, but I don't know if I want to cause like... Cause like what? I don't know what a revolution festival is. But I bet it's great. I get to be with Mommy, and being with Mommy makes me super duper ultra extra happy. I'm not really doing anything for the festival. I mean, I'm not Calvardian, and even if I were, this isn't exactly the most festive block in the town. But everyone else is going on about it, of course. I figure I ought to let Yoda walk around if he wants to. I do want to show him what the surface is like, the real world, so to speak. He's still got a shot at staying on the straight and narrow. Why haven't you brought him out there yet? Only problem is the bar. It's not going to run itself while I'm gone.
Don't take too long. Come back soon.
That poor kid literally hasn't even gone out there to see...
Hey, mister.
He's been living in this...
Reading material.
He doesn't even know what the sun looks like then. Wait, can you see the... No. No, there's no sun down here.
The Blacklight district is back to normal after what happened, but it's so boring now. There's been nothing to excite me. It gets lonely living underground for so long. Haven't I put up enough with this enough? Don't you think I deserve to enjoy my life again? Don't you?
Hey, don't look at us. We ain't on the run. You reap what you sow, lady. Might not hurt to introduce her to our latest addition at the office. Give her someone new to talk to for once. Have to be careful, though.
Right. Got it.
Fine with
Right.
me.
The latest addition? Do you... I mean, Bearguard's the latest...
Off we go.
Did it work?
Ah! Oh my goodness, I didn't see you there. May I ask your name, sir?
Huh? Me? Well, I go by Bearguard Zeman these days. Oh, she's blushing.
Oh, Bearguard, is it? You're so burly and handsome. Can I call you sir? I'm sorry, may I call you sir? Oh, no, don't tell me. Has she already fallen for him?
I think we already know the answer, but, well, you fall for him?
I mean, how could I not? He's just so big and strong. I bet I could poke him full of holes and he'd never leave me. Oops, did I say that out loud? Oh no, you weren't supposed to hear that. Now my secret's out. I'm so embarrassed. So embarrassed.
The hell you are. You don't have an innocent bone in your body. I'm flattered, miss. Thank you. Unfortunately, I've decided to remain single for the rest of my life.
But sir, we would go so well together. We would go together so well. Would you please reconsider, please? Phew, so much for that romance. Bearguard Seaman, if only we had met sooner. We could have done amazing things together, sir. Really amazing things. I'm not sure you ever did have a chance.
Yeah, no. I give her about a half an hour before she'd find some other guy to drool over. Truly, the goddess has blessed our world with many kinds of people. Many, many kinds.
Fine with me.
Okay.
I didn't think that was gonna work. I figured since he's in the party, that the fact that he's in the party, I thought it would have just started the conversation. But I guess I had to be him so that she could comment on his size. Huh. I wonder if that applies to other things. I should probably switch around people sometimes.
I heard what you guys have been up to lately. Sounds like you made quite a splash over at the old capital. I also heard some stuff about the Armada leadership. It sounds like they had quite the intriguing lineup, to say the least. Did they really have a 130-year-old ageless wonder on their team? What a medical marvel. I'd have loved to get a good look at him. At that age, I bet his body was indestructible and therefore the perfect guinea pig. I bet I could have opened him up any which way I wanted.
You sound like you miss him. Word of advice, don't. He ain't worth it. What a freak. Saying all that with a straight face.
They're all
lady.
specially made. Always be careful when and how much you use.
Ah, shit. Okay. We have no choice. This one was proximity. Huh. Everybody's scared shitless here. What's going on? Look over there. They have all fainted.
What could have happened?
Well, Risha's here. Oh, I think I might know. Got a hunch these fools tried barking up the wrong tree and they paid the price. Hard. Oh, shit.
That would explain it. Well, I'd say they had it coming then.
Oh, that's definitely the wrong tree. Those three? No, you're in trouble. Then, my friend, how wonderful to see you, and the rest of you as well. Good to see you, Your Highness. You sure roughed those poor bastards up good, huh? No, I had no hand in this, none whatsoever. You see, they attempted to make moves on these ladies here, and they just wouldn't take no for an answer. They got physical, and, well, these women, they're truly a force to be reckoned with. Even yours truly quivers before them.
Hey, don't you think that's a little mean, Prince? I was simply performing my duties, nothing more and nothing less.
Okay, but that doesn't explain why you're all hanging out. You guys make for one weird posse, however you slice it. Mutual acquaintance of ours was kind enough to put me in touch with His Highness, so I came down here to meet with him, but then, as fate would have it, she happened to run into us here as well. I'm on break for once. After wrapping up a job, I came into town to unwind until the festival, take in some of the local sights. Anyway, I wandered down here, looking for a little excitement, I guess you could say. And I got everything I bargained for and more. This is too good to be just some kind of coincidence. Destiny must have brought us together. What do you say, Yen, Miss Bodyguard? Want to go around? I think I'm good,
Well, that sounds like a delightful proposal. Don't worry about me, Najee. I implore you to take her up on it.
The things you say sometimes, Your Highness. I suppose I should just be grateful you're not thinking to throw down with her yourself. Oh, I didn't mean to leave you out, Van. You guys are more than welcome to...
Yeah, no. This thing called work. Strange, I know. Damned if I get caught in the crossfire between those two. That ain't the kind of threesome I'm into.
You're no fun. Oh, well, there's always next time.
Just don't burn the whole district down, alright? Oh. What, that was the scene, okay.
Enough about me, though. You guys look like you have your hands full with things as usual, which I totally get. Can't take it easy just yet, what with the festival just around the corner and the fallout from everything with you-know-who. But don't you guys get the feeling there has to be more going on? I don't know what, but it's like there's something else brewing in the air.
Sure you're not just being paranoid? Keep talking like that and you're gonna jinx us, girl.
Never a dull moment with you, is there, Van Arkride? What is it people like you like to say about you? That you have a nose for things? It reminds me a lot of the unclouded eye. Well, whatever comes our way, both in the festival and beyond, I'm gonna take it all in stride and have a blast doing it.
Oh, more.
I know you guys can't help but be busy right now, but you should consider taking some time off too. I think you'll be glad you did. If you ever want more company, I'm always happy to tag along. I still don't get how you ended up here of all places. I did hear you went back home tying up loose ends, but that's about it. My travels actually took me to President Rocksmith, as fate would have it. After what happened the other day, I wanted to assess the situation for myself. Fair enough. Thanks again for everything you did in Arassian, by the way. We really appreciated it.
What she said. I know you did a lot behind the scenes after we all duked it out back there.
That was amazing how you and Heioi were able to keep Almada in check like that. That couldn't have been easy. Oh, no need to thank me. I just did what I could to help. I may have moved to Crossbell, but Calvard is still my homeland. I won't allow them to defile it. So I'm happy to help however I could. Got it. That makes more sense now.
I understand you were on leave from your troop. Do you intend to return soon?
I do, yes. I'm booked for a handful of events coming up. Once the festival is over, I'll be making my way back to Crossbell. I also want to attend the memorial service for the victims at Cray. I want to see for myself how the country responds. That's fair. Thanks for sharing all that with us.
Sounds like you're gonna have your hands full once you're back in Crossbell. Hope you're able to take it easy in the meantime. And be a little lazy with our local celebrity.
What? Excuse you, have I been acting lazy to you, huh? That's the plan, just take it nice and slow while I can. I'll be heading back to Crossbell after. I have work waiting for me there. But until then, I'm here, relaxing here in Calvard. If anything comes up, don't hesitate to get in touch.
Whew. Before I forget, I wanted to mention that you might see a familiar airship above the skies of Edith in time for the festival. The Principality plans to make a big splash with it. All part of our efforts to strengthen our ties with Calvard. You should receive more information on the details ere long.
Whoa, that airship? The one you were kind enough to lend me in Arassian? That's amazing.
Man, subtlety ain't in your vocabulary, is it? Still, thanks for letting us know. We'll keep an eye out for that follow-up.
I knew my time wouldn't be wasted exploring this district, but I wasn't expecting to find all this down here. Very curious indeed. Najee may grumble about being here, but deep down, I can tell she's intrigued herself. You should join us and watch. We would love your company, my friend. I really object to staying in this vulgar den. We have no further business down here. I say we leave post-haste. But as His Highness was wont to do, he'll be staying down here as long as he pleases.
Alrighty.
I wish we had... I feel like they should just add in the whole daydream system into the future Trails games. So we can just hang out as Najee, trying to be the prince. Najee trying to keep the prince in check. Just a short little episode to get used to some of the side characters a little more. Oh, they are there. Wait, you guys are also a free time event. I don't think this is going to... Okay. Gotta talk to him. Ooh, yeah. The Apex Showdown's only 3 days away. That's where they crown this year's champion. Getting pumped up, man. Shit like that's what I call living. This is all I live for now. Real raw-ass fights with all the pain and thrills you could ever ask for. Bring it on. Okay. Criminy. That racist coot's going on one of his rants again. Does he ever shut up? I just might have a word with that man later. Everybody can appreciate a useful idiot, if you catch my drift. I can tell just by looking at him. Poke him in the right place and he falls like a house of cards. Bet I can sucker him just like that. Oh, she's gonna... I want to see her mess up Jacobin. I assume she's talking about Jacobin. Hey there, come in and have some fun. Just don't get too naughty, alright? Yeah, every time. Every festival, the Coliseum down here holds a tournament called the Apex Showdown. It's a hell of a hoot. They kick it off with a monster bloodbath. All kinds of different creatures going at each other. Pretty thrilling stuff, and it makes for as good as an excuse to gamble as any. You should check it out if you're into that kind of thing.
What up again?
Whew. Well, I assume that one girl is around, yes? You know the one. Once I found the time, I came running. I want an hour, but no, 2 hours. And if you could put me at the front of the line, I would really appreciate it. Yes, we can, Mr. President. She's been waiting for you with bated breath. Can I also interest you in a bottle of our aphrodisiac? You won't have a hard time having a hard time if you catch my drift. Well, yes, you're right. That would be nice. I'll take 2. No, goddess help me if I'm starting to drool. I'm just too excited to see her. That's why I can't stop visiting this place. It gives me everything I need and more. Okay. I'm the one who roped this guy in. He's the head of some big company, but he just can't get enough of this place. Every week he slips through the cracks of his upper crust life just to see me. No, it gives me chills. Our aphrodisiacs are selling like hotcakes, too. It's a good time to be in Zamiria's oldest business, let me tell you. Oh boy.
Wanna get a drink together?
You won't hear me complaining about Almada getting the boot, but we've got tons and tons of festival goers trundling around in here in their place now. It really isn't the best for business when rowdy types come along. Hopefully they mind their business, but there are also many deterrents in play now. Maybe I won't have anything to worry about. Who can say?
Ooh, you look dangerous. I'd better see you again.
And one more person. You know, they hold lots more than just tournaments at the Coliseum. They have all kinds of shows there too. Oh man, if you catch one of the monster slaying exhibitions, those are just exhilarating. Highly recommend them. But they're not doing anything like that today. Plenty to do here though. Let me fetch you a drink. It'll cheer you right up.
All my stuff. See you later, handsome.
We've done it. I believe that's everything, but let me
On my
check
way.
this, just in case. Oh, shit. Oh, I was wrong. Oh, it's not as big as I thought. Okay. I thought it was gonna put me in front of the abandoned subway because it said subway entrance, but no, we actually do get to explore here. Oh hell yeah! Well, give me a minute, and then we'll do that. Okay, I think I'm ready. We can't actually. Okay, good. We can't go into the school because that would open up a whole extra group of students to talk to. Basically, you tried your luck with a bunch of girls and had zero luck, so now you're in desperate need for someone to spend the festival with? It is ridiculous. Unsurprising, but ridiculous all the same. What are you even planning? Come on, man. A sausage party is better than being all alone. Also, you know extra manpower means extra sex appeal, yeah? Ladies will be flocking to us during the festival. Unbelievable. Well, unfortunately for you, I made arrangements with the student council. I suspect Julian will also be busy. No, actually, I don't have any plans. I was hoping to have someone to show me around the festival, in fact. Maybe you'd be willing to? For real? You who could have your pick from all the hot babes at school is choosing to go with me? Thanks, man. Julian, I freaking love you. You are utterly incomprehensible. I'm afraid the student council will be busy discussing other matters at length, so we won't have time for much else. Yeah? Is that right? Can't bear to break a promise to a pretty lady, eh, Casanova? Stop teasing me. I didn't mean it like that. What are they talking about? Julian's such a chick magnet. It's unreal. How does he do that? I know. I'm gonna mooch off of, I'm gonna show him around the festival and learn all his secret techniques.
Alrighty.
Anyway, we'll be busy during the festival. Besides, it's an important day for the Republic. I don't think it's inappropriate to spend it so irreverently. I ain't buying that for a second, but I guess I'll lay off. Not a boring day with Lyle around. This is my first time, or my first festival, so I'm hoping to get to really see the sights. Gotta make sure to make a lot of memories to share with my friends back in the Empire. Thank you for your time today. Of course, good work today, everyone. I know the festival is almost here, but don't get too excited. Be safe on your way home. You look really cheery today, Miss Sonia. Did something good happen? I think Miss Sonia is more pumped for the festival than we are. Oh goodness, not at all, I assure you. Anyway, be safe, everyone. Don't want to get hurt and waste all your hard work for the winter tournament. A blind date on the exact same day as the festival. That's impeccable time. I knew it. Oh, how romantic. I guess the goddess hasn't given up on me yet after all. Alright, just make sure you don't mention... What did she mention? Like whipping... She's not afraid to pull out the whip? Or something?
No outsiders allowed, huh? Guess that makes sense.
Not like there'd be much to see. It's a day off, so there are hardly any students around.
Whoops.
I've got to wonder. There is that one part of the visual novel section in Reverie where they mention her getting tripped down a set of stairs in front of the school. This is not the stairs, is it? Because this is not stairs. Are there stairs hiding up there? Like, they made it seem like it was really steep and you could have got hurt pretty badly. You could not get hurt that badly on this. If someone tripped you on this, I don't even know if you'd roll. No. Hello, Agnes. You busy with your the part-time job you mentioned? Hello, Mr. Powell. Yes, that's right. You're Agnes's teacher? You look very smart. Mr. Powell teaches history and is in charge of the second-year students. I don't know how smart I really am, but I'd be glad to answer any question you might have. If I know the answer to them, at least. Oh, you're... Arkride. Van Arkride? Huh? If he knows you, then... Man, figured you would have forgotten all about me already.
Nice seeing you, Mr. Powell. Forgotten? Impossible. You don't just forget students as special as you, Van. It's been 7 long years. I'm glad that, despite everything, you seem to be doing well. I'm doing fine, thanks. No, I guess I made shit real rowdy around here, huh? Sorry about that. Not at all. I do wish I'd been able to do more for you as your teacher. But I guess it's too late for such regrets by now, isn't it? If there's anything I can do for you now, I hope you know you just have to ask. Appreciate it, but I really am fine. Thanks for the thought, though.
It hadn't even occurred to me that Van might have been one of Mr. Powell's students. So Van studied at Aramis? That's new.
He did sort of give me that feel. He's just full of surprises, eh?
Not a big deal, but it does kind of bother me.
Why did you leave?
Well,
What made him leave? Because whatever it is a big deal that made Elaine very upset. So Agnes is working for you then? What a small and wonderful world we live in. But I'll leave you to it. I'm relieved that you seem well. I look forward to visiting, if you ever feel like it. Sure. Take care of yourself, Mr. Powell. Keep an eye on Agnes too.
Van's acting just like Abby. That's embarrassing.
I'm sorry, Agnes, but it's basically your dad at this point. Hey, Ashino.
Funny to see you in front of Aramis. Oh, right, I was looking for a good spot, and I suppose I just ended up here. Location is nice and quiet, and the view is just lovely.
Don't you sell, like, a lot of alcohol, though?
Not only that, but my food is actually quite popular with the students. Well, of course you'd want a snack after classes. You get hungry after so long.
Nah, I think you just don't eat enough, small fry.
I imagine the sports club members are especially appreciative. The location is nice and quiet, and the view is just lovely. I've been looking for a good spot to set up during the festival, and this might just be it.
Hello.
Whoa!
Thank you.
New stuff. Oh, right. It's not gonna go up any higher.
These deers are always willing to get close to me when I'm anxious. I guess even kittens can tell how people feel.
They sure can. Hopkins. Even if the perpetrators were captured, what happened in Cray cannot be undone. I'd been there a few times before, but since I used to be a border patrol, I risked my life to defend that place, and to think about what happened to it. That's a horrifying weapon that the Mafia used. First it was Crossbell's new weapon from last year, and now this. How much farther will we take these ghastly weapons? At this rate, I hope we don't end up destroying the entire continent.
Yeah, you might though. Who's a good boy? Oh yes, it's you. Come on, Apollo, let's take a walk. Oh yeah, you're from Station Street. Well, that's where we've seen her before. What's that? You want to go play with your friend? Okay, we'll stop by at the end of the walk.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we finally finished. We've got finals after the festival, and we've got to start planning the school festival after that. Both the student council and my clubs will keep me very busy. Ah, I've finally forgotten all about the exams. Why did you have to remind me? Things will be really hectic for you, huh? Make sure you don't miss the festival. We can take great inspiration from it for our own school festival. An excellent idea. I've a little experience planning events like these, but I'll endeavor to make sure this tea party's most exquisite. I was hoping you'd hold a candle to Janice after my transfer, or to Thor's, considering all I've heard from Tita. Agnes, Odette, and Sasha, I have high hopes for you. Ooh, I don't like that. This is gonna be weird. I can feel it. I'm gonna be busy anyway, but seeing Ren get so into this is a little scary. Well, we don't have time to dawdle. Onwards, you guys, to the new year. Of course. Isn't Ren being a little scary? She looks pretty serious about this. Let's pull through, Agnes. We can't let this or exams win. Yes, we'll get through this together, Odette.
Almost festival time.
Armis's student body is sharper than I gave him credit for. Quite a delightful tea party we have on our hands. I was hoping they'd hold a candle to Jenna's or... Yeah, that's the same line. Expecting a lot from you. Of course. Well, that's comforting, but also laying the pressure on a little thick. Okay, most of that was the same. Alright, student council, let's get back into gear. There's a lot of club events coming up, but I think I'll prioritize getting the basketball club ready for this winter's nationals. I'm the captain, after all. It's on me to lead them to victory. Okay.
Welcome to Andalusia Patisserie.
And don't start drooling. Lisa. I don't think we've met a Lisa before. Have we? No, we have. Maybe. I've seen that model, but... My ardent passion shone through today as I bought one of Holland's masterpieces. Holland endeavors wholeheartedly every day to deliver us the sweetest treats. It's our duty as customers to put our body and soul into purchasing and enjoying his confections. Okay. Why, hello, Agnes, and... Why, it's Van. Van, you rascal. I haven't seen you in quite some time. I guess it would make sense that you know Holland. Considering what you'll do for their treats, it's really no surprise you'd come before, Van. Yeah, but I haven't been around in a long while. How the hell do you still remember me? It's my job. My customers' gratitude carries me forward into the art of confectionery. I make the best sweets for their enjoyment. No one enjoys them as much as you do. I could never forget someone so passionate for my sweets. There's something nice about being remembered, even if I haven't been here in forever. You haven't lost your touch. I've had stuff from Andalusia since, and it's still great. I think I'll swing by more often if I have time. Feel free to do so. Regulars like you make getting up in the morning worth it. Oh. Oh, I never would have imagined that the two of you would walk through my door together. Wait, was that package Anya's bought this summer for you? That's a good guess. Small world out there, huh? Well, I'll be busier than ever since the festival's almost here, but I don't want you taking that as an excuse not to come by. Sure thing, man. I'll fit in a visit or two. Yeah, we probably will. This year's been rough, but I wasn't expecting to cap it off by seeing an old regular. I don't know what you've been up to since I last saw you, but I do remember you from very well from back then. Even though you always looked embarrassed to be here, you'd have the biggest smile on your face anytime you ate anything.
Looking to buy something?
That's not that expensive. What? I mean, maybe for one... Yeah, but Van made it sound like this place was, like, extremely expensive. Like, you do not want to shop there compared to... It's not worth it compared to other places, but... I will eat them now, though.
I couldn't eat another bite.
That was such a waste. It was 36 CP.
Love me a sugar rush.
That's 40 CP? Okay. They're even better. They give a bunch of CP. Welcome to Edith's Grand Cathedral. We're currently holding a memorial mass for Cray Village. There will be a memorial service during the festival. Also, many will come to pay their respects then. It isn't terribly busy right now, which might be ideal for those of a weary heart that might want to mourn in a more reserved manner. I do wonder whether Sister Philia will be able to handle things with the large ceremony coming up. Sister Philia confessed this morning, but I'm not sure what it was about. Still, her faith is unquestionable. I'm sure she'll overcome it.
Alrighty.
I don't know. Her lust is unquenchable. What is this place? Oh, the embassy? Prince Sharit, who's come for the festival, is staying at this embassy. He comes and goes ever so often. He's been enjoying sightseeing around Edith. It's a little concerning, to be frank, even though I know he has Miss Najee as an escort. But I can't deny that it's quite charming to see the prince cut loose. Him being so easygoing has made him well-liked among the embassy staff. I believe that. Alright, we just gotta run into the church quick. Yeah, this district isn't as big as I thought it was gonna be.
Wow, this cathedral isn't as big as the one in Aracian, but it's still pretty massive.
We couldn't go in that one.
The interior is also quite beautiful, and it's such a soothing place to be in.
Looks like they're busy getting ready for the memorial service. Alrighty.
That shouldn't mean we cannot take a look around.
That's true. I'd handled our staff scheduling so that Sister Belisha could be in her homeroom to assist her people. And to think that it just meant that she'd be another victim in the Cray Village tragedy. The least I can do is wish for is that she rest easy, having supported her beloved hometown until the very end. I shall pray for the goddess to bless Sister Belisha and her village. Come to think of it, Sister Philia made a confession to me this morning. I'm not exactly sure what was bothering her. I can't imagine her faith is anything to confess about. She spoke of reverence, but a word like that doesn't seem to invite sin to me. She confessed to you, but you don't know anything about it? It doesn't sound like she confessed then. It sounds like she half-assed it. Well then, I'd best touch base with the Archbishop about the state of things in Arassian. I'd been observing the situation there for over the last week, and things have thankfully calmed down. That arrest among the elites has caused quite the turmoil, but the Archbishop has put a lot of effort to calm the situation, though they still seem rather hostile to Edith Grand Central Cathedral. He's done. Alright, where is this? How do we get here? This room? Oh. Alright, I think I largely understand. While I don't intend to encourage your illicit activities, I do, however, agree that something must be done about Amada and their legacy. You're welcome to come and go from here as needed while you're in the capital. How very kind of you. Nah, but seriously, I appreciate the help. I was kinda expecting every higher up in the Congregation for Divine Worship to have a stick jammed up their... Celise, you're being rude. However, I will agree that it is a little surprising. Hardly. Let's just say that arrangements have been made by someone else already. And speaking of them... My, what a coincidence. Father wait, shit. I mean, Master Bearguard. Celise, Leon, it's been about a week. Nice to see you too, Bishop Orwell. It's been a while. I appreciate you making arrangements. Don't mention it. We may not be part of the same organization, but you always did well by me when you were on active duty. Now, if you'll excuse me, I shall take my leave. Take however much time you need, all of you. Maybe. I guess they probably would have kicked us out the door if it wasn't for you, eh, Master? Though we've managed quite a lot on our own. Now, don't be so put out. Building bridges where there used to be none takes time. So, what's the current status? I do not believe the rubble's been cleared in Arassian yet. Right, about that. Oh, you're still sticking with these jerks, Master? I was under the impression you were merely accompanying them as a matter of fact, and that you'd parted ways after business was settled in Arassian. You know you could just say hello, right? Ain't gonna deny we're not cut from the cleanest cloth. Let us just say it's a complicated matter. For the time being, it would be far more beneficial to stick with them than act alone. It isn't too unlike the reason that brought you to the capital in the first place. You never pull a punch. He left the Second Dominion in charge of cleaning up that mess. Those partitions of his should help look for shit faster than I ever could. Wait. So you left Thomas... Thomas is an Arassian right now? Abbas's team also arrived to lend a hand. Really? He's been acting separately from Vazi for quite a while, quite often lately. Oh. That makes sense.
Though I guess that's what you ought to expect of a master of the Kunlun school.
I will leave you to it then. Leave you to it then. I'm glad you're doing well. Hopefully I will get to see them sometime. Kevin and Gaius, too. Does Gaius know you're alive?
Please, maybe that'll get him off our backs. The commander's not said shit, so they're bothering us about it instead. That's the commander for you. Were they to upset her, she would sooner drink them under the table than speak frankly. They are aware of that. They're having fun. How much of a big deal is Gramps? Someone's fawning over him everywhere we go. He looks to be very well acquainted and respected by a lot of high-ranking individuals.
He's got a lot of apprentices outside the church like me. But why would these idiots be all the way here? What's so important to leave artifact retrieval to someone else? They were talking about Almada's legacy? Could that mean... No, it can't, can it?
Something bugging you, Arkride, and need to let some steam off. You never declared a proper victor for that little game, so why don't you square up for another round?
Mind chilling for just one sec? If you got some pent-up energy, go bother someone else. Besides, a lot of other players out here in the capital today. Not that that might have anything to do with why you two are here.
Do feel free to guess. I'd love to hope for nothing to happen whatsoever, but we're not naive enough to let our guard down. We're merely here as insurance. Not unlike you, Spriggan.
Fine. Guess you got a point.
They get along like cats and dogs. Pretty boy over there, and it looks like he has a bone to pick with Van. But I don't think it has anything to do with Bearguard.
Yeah, that's very clear. What is it? What is your bone to pick with him? I really want to know.
Even if our Spriggan here won't appreciate our well wishes, I do sincerely hope you all will be safe out there. This might be the calm right before the storm after all. That's what I said.
Leon.
Pardon me if I've overstepped, but I imagine you're of the same mind, right?
I mean, never hurts to be careful. No way he didn't know with how he's acting.
Well, I can't imagine you'll be in much danger if you have our teacher with you. I'll pray for your safety, even yours, or Arkride.
Don't really need it, but thanks for worrying.
Well, I can't say more than that. Confidential and only for Master's ears. Leon's gonna be spending the next few days in Edith's outskirts. Best wishes to you guys or whatever. I'll give you a hand if those bad predictions of mine turn out to be true.
Generous of you. Bad predictions, huh? Interesting. Okay, we got a few more people.
Now let us...
Oh, off to this side. These are the new choir members for the festival. As always, I'm in charge of the choir. The festival draws near, so let's give it our best effort. Congregation of the Sacraments should be able to handle things, at least to a certain extent. You and Bearguard should take some time to rest. Who are these two?
Goddess, thank you for blessing us. Please grant eternal peace to the souls of those who have passed.
Amia? I swear I don't recognize these names. Why don't I recognize... I recognize the models, which is making me think, like, where do I place you in my head from the past? But I think these might be new characters.
Miss Goddess Adios, please watch over Daddy and Mommy and me. Mommy, where's Daddy? Oh, I forgot to mention.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's Coolio's family, duh. Never mind. I was like... Okay.
Oh, I forgot to mention, Coolio said he'd arrived a little late. With the festival and now the attack on top of everything, things have been hectic over at the Crossbell Consulate. But don't worry, it sounds like everything will be settled before the festivities, and we'll get to spend the festival with Daddy. Yay! I want to spend the festival together with Daddy and Mommy. It's gonna be so much fun. I want Daddy to take me everywhere. Sure, darling. We'll have fun today with Daddy and to make up for all the times he couldn't be with us while he was working in Arbonia. Mommy draws the cathedral a lot. Her drawings are really popular. But she said those weren't her favorite treasures, and that she has something more special. I wonder which painting it could be. She wouldn't tell me, said it was a secret. Coolio and I will be attending the memorial mass on the day of the festival, but we came by today to worship as well. It hardly hurts to offer more prayers of peace for the victims, and peace for our future. Besides, I like the cathedral. Honestly, I always have. It's peaceful here. I used to come by when I was still a novice artist to draw the cathedral. It's held a special place in my heart since. Sure.
Adios.
I'm sorry, I forgot who you were. There are a lot of characters, though. It's bound to happen. I'm surprised I remember as many as I do. All right, that is it here. And I don't think I'll have time to do the side quest in this, so I guess let's go see the movies. That's a little bit shorter than a side quest, so in the next episode, we'll get the side quest and free time events out of the way, and maybe all the miscellaneous main story updates. But for sure, this one, we'll have to watch all movies. I gotta save for this, though. All right, I have saved. And first, there's no way I'm not taking Judith to see Rainfall. I need answers. When did she have time to record? But first, I guess we'll see. Who did we see Gloria with before? I know it was Aaron because the Easterner thing I brought up, and I wanted to hear his response in it. I think it might have been Fairy as well. I don't think Judith was in the party at that time. I want to take Judith and Beauregard to all of these, I think. Just to get their opinions on things. All right, we've already seen the movie 100%, so I'm gonna skip that part. Skip to next scene. I cried so much watching that. I'm surprised how that movie really got to me. The contrast and Sheena. Wait, no, I have seen this with you. Yeah. Do you need a handkerchief? Yeah. No. We've seen this with her. Never mind. There we go. That was certainly a movie that wore its title on its sleeve, glorifying Sheena Dirk the way that it did. What stood out to me about it is that how it was able to take such a stark period of history and portray it in such an optimistic manner. Some people might argue that depicting the revolution that way is meant to make today's republic look good. Could just be the natural result of the patriotism and nationalism found in the people making it too, though. Intriguing. I hadn't thought of it like that. There were some profound topics to consider with this one, Van. Were you still able to enjoy it despite that? I did, Master. Swear. You don't have to look at me like that. Okay. So that one, oh. She was done. And he would have hit 2. I'm definitely taking him to hit 2, no matter what. But, reload. Alright. Rainfall. Is brand new. We have not seen it. Well, obviously Judith. I'm taking Beauregard for the last movie, no matter what. We're probably going to save Rainfall, if anything, actually. But based on what the movie seems to be about, I kind of want to take Rosette. Sounds like a very deep, emotional, thought-provoking movie by the sounds of what those few people talked about. I wish I could just reload and take everyone, but that takes so much time. Will, an up-and-coming stockbroker, and Mia, a woman of ambition, both work at local branches of their respective trading and bank companies. After a chance encounter in the city, the two hit it off and start dating, growing steadily closer. It seems they were destined to be together. Oh, is it just a romance? That is, until one fateful day when their relationship reaches an unexpected turning point.
You want to break it off? Just like that?
Oh, come on. It was just a bit of a fling, right? Just two lonely people trying to feel less lonely for a while. I'm studying abroad, and you're moving back to your main office. It's like Adios herself planned for us to separate.
Fine, I get it. Guess this is it then. You better make those dreams of yours come true.
Of course I will. Who do you think you're talking to,
Yeah, I know. Well, take care, Mia.
You take care too, Will. Thanks for a wonderful time. Why'd it have to rain? Damn it, Will. Couldn't you tell these were tears?
Damn. That seems like an interesting movie that I'd probably watch. Maybe. I like the occasional romance thing. That was one of those films where you can come away with different things depending on which character's perspective you examine it through. True. Is it safe to say you sympathize more with Mia then? Initially, I thought that was the case, but the more I watched it, the more I found I saw the story through his eyes. It may very well have to do with the nature of my work. Why don't you say his name? You could say I understand what it's like very well to see other people off and watch over them as you remain in place. True. With movies, your feelings and circumstances at the time you watch them can really affect how you react to them. Sometimes if you come back to a movie after a good while and watch it again, you discover some interesting new things you didn't see before. I see. I hadn't considered that additional viewings could be rewarding in their own way. You gave me some food for thought, Mr. Arkride. There's a certain sweetness to Mia's lighthearted disposition that I really enjoyed. And the way she went from looking so strong to those tears rolling down her face as it was raining. It was really... Can you not critique the movie like you're some film viewer right when I'm right here? You're making me self-conscious. I guess I appreciate you noticing, though. I did put a lot of effort into putting on just the right expression for that scene. There's a certain pain and suffering Mia feels in that scene that she can't let on to Will in that moment. I wanted that to really sting for the people in the audience who can't do anything but watch that sadness unfold. I can see that now that you mention it. Just goes to show how talented you clearly are as an actress, if you're able to pull off something that complicated. That's really high praise coming from a movie buff as big as you. Thanks, fan. That means a lot. Brochure, break. Rosette is someone I definitely didn't need to take. Judith, I also don't know if I actually have to take. Wait. Oh, I could take her. Oh, I have that for Katra as well. I could take her to max her out, but other people might be a better idea. I don't know. All right, one more. And I don't remember if we've seen it, so I'm just going to watch the beginning of it to see if we recognize. And it doesn't matter who I bring. I went through the connects and double-checked. Katra, we're about to give a gift, and he'll be at 3 stars out of 4. Fairy is at 2 stars out of 4, 25 away, so her coming with will get her to 3. Ania's is done. Rosette's done. Judith is close enough that I don't know if I need to take her. And Bearguard needs a lot. So I'm probably going to take Fairy and Bearguard to the last one. Or to the one we save. So, I still want to hear his thoughts on this one. And
Please proceed to the entrance.
I don't know if I've seen this movie, so I'm taking Katra. I'm going to feel real bad when I immediately recognize it. Oh, it's the horror one. Oh, yeah. This one's really short. Yeah, it's the horror one where they sneak in. Okay. I didn't know that was called Midnight Memories. I'd completely forgotten the name. Right, and Anius fainted when we watched it. Anybody reasonable would have recognized that visiting such an old mansion in the middle of the night isn't without its own risks, and yet I'm embarrassed that movie still managed to scare so much despite... scared you? You didn't say you. Despite knowing what those characters were in for. Yeah, I was keeping an eye on you during the movie, and you looked pretty spooked at times, that's for sure. Really? Was it that it was that obvious? I feel bad now. Sorry if you were too scared to have much of a good time back there. I tried keeping my arm on the armrest so you could hold on to it if you needed. You know, I wouldn't have minded. That's okay. You really didn't have to go to that much trouble. I swear, Van. The sensibilities of the young are interesting to consider. I get a kick out of it, you might say. I hadn't realized they made movies where the characters encounter ghosts and then try to escape them. You learn something new every day. In hindsight, maybe it wasn't the best idea to take a man of the church to see a movie like that, huh? No, something like this does not offend me in the least. You have nothing to worry about. For better or worse, it's human nature for people to treat things they can't see with fear and awe. And I'm just impressed these movie makers have found a way to harness that reaction and turn it into something entertaining. He's got very, normal reactions to stuff. Alright, yeah, we actually had that brochure. I could have just checked the brochure then. And then I would have recognized it. Damn it. Okay, so we're going with Rainfall. I'm taking Fairy and Beauregard, so I just want to see Fairy's reaction. Done. I gotta make sure I don't skip the wrong scene. There we go. I get what happened in the movie. It's pretty easy to understand. Except for one thing. Why did those two have to break up? Couldn't they be boyfriend and girlfriend even if they lived apart? It was a different kind of relationship, I guess. And there's nothing wrong with people who choose to do that. But I think once Will knew how determined Mia was, he felt like that he had no choice but to accept her decision, even if it hurt. Huh, being an adult sounds so complicated. I thought people always wanted to stay with the ones they love. I like the way you think. Be sure to hold on to that and don't throw it away once you grow up. You'll be glad you did. Huh? Oh, okay. If you say so, Van. Bittersweet. Yep. Same thing for him now. Yeah, look at the brochure. Okay, now she is at 4. 5 decks. He is at 2, and...
Thanks.
Katra is at 3. Alright. There we go. We're not doing so good on that one, though. Oh, Anius wasn't done. She's very close to done, but not enough for a movie to do it anyway, so... Fairy needs 1 quest left. I don't know if we'll get that. Aaron needs 1 quest left. Katra needs 1 quest left. Judith needs a gift. Uh-oh. I could have taken her then as well. It's fine. Beauregard needs a quest, a gift, and probably more. All right, and with what we have here, I mean... None of these are party members. Kind of unfortunate, but it's fine. So, we're going to end this here. In the next one, we're going to do side quest immediately. We're going to do all of the free time. Probably going to have to reload after Yume, though. Yeah, probably. And then, if that doesn't take too long, we'll jump into the story. There are a lot of random little story bits to get. Yeah, 4, maybe even 5 events. I think there were 2 in Station Street. Maybe. So, yeah, we got a lot to do left. But thanks for watching. Let me know if you like it, and I will see you in the next one.